today we have to talk about hemp. As you can see, we are back at 41K total inside of market cap here with hemp. That 51K is actually incorrect. Right now, we're actually at 41K currently. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about what's coming up next inside of hemp, what they got cooking up right now for us, and what we are about to see in these prices. So, anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's go straight into it. So as you can see here, buyers have been stepping in on hemp because the sellers, pushed it down a little bit. We've seen a $200 sale, even a 2,000 and another 200. But you can see now we're bouncing back. Buyers are coming back in here for hemp, so hemp is coming back. And so everyone knows, like hemp can't be rug pulled. The liquidity is locked. Total liquidity is locked. So the only way it can be rug pulled is if someone purchased like 50% of the supply and then they sold, but it still wouldn't be rug pulled because then there would still be people with money and liquidity in there. But anyways, let's talk about what we got going on here inside of hemp, because as you can see, Toshi has been pulling back. And for those of you that don't know, hemp is built on base and it was launched on Toshi Mart. So Toshi Mart is Toshi's launch pad. So it was built on base and launched on Toshi Mart. So as you can see here on Toshi Mart, all you got to do is come to Toshi Mart and type in hemp. Hasn't been live for that long, been live 14 days here. And you can see that hemp is now bouncing back. At the peak, it hit 170K market cap. I got in at 18K market cap, didn't sell at 170K. Now it's at 41K. I think it's about to continue to go up. And I have actually dollar cost averaged in here as well. So I think that we're going to have some nice pumps coming in for hemp and pretty much soon. But anyways, over here, you can see the holders at 120K now. The holders have been steadily increasing for hemp, which is very good. And then you can also see the followers on their Twitter have also been increasing. Now they have 709 followers. So that's been increasing at a fast pace as well. So hemp on base is definitely a gem out there. Now, what I do want to say is the pump is probably going to end up coming once Toshi starts going up. We need Toshi to go up. Hemp is paired with Toshi. If Toshi goes up, hemp goes up. Everything else inside the Toshi Mart goes up. But see, Toshi has been going down a little bit. So, you've kind of seen things going sideways and some just going down. So that's why we've been seeing that. But right now, we're just waiting on Toshi. So currently, right now, Toshi has broken out below this this trend line here. So there is a possibility that it can continue to go up from here and invalidate this broken trend line, because you can see here on a percent R trend exhaustion on the 4-hour chart, it is just throwing up these signals trying to indicate that it's about to go up and have a nice rise upward. So that's pretty much what that is telling us. If we look over here at the daily chart looks like it could have some more selling coming in. So I would say that. But we're also seeing the percent R trend exhaustion kind of curving upwards a little bit on the daily chart, almost like it wants to go for another uptrend. But currently, as you all know, Bitcoin is literally pulling everything down. So if Bitcoin continues to go down, we'll probably end up seeing Toshi go down as well. Toshi's trying to recover. You can even see here on the 30-minute chart, it's trying to recover on the short-term charts, but it's hard for it. So we might see that pull back to 0.00049. You definitely want to prepare for that 0.0005. Let's say that it's pretty much at 0.0005. So 3Z5 is like flat. It's going to be hit on Toshi, because right now we're at 3Z57. So we're going to be at 3Z5 pretty soon here on Toshi. So definitely get ready for that. That's probably going to end up bringing some of the other projects down. So you might be able to get hemp at another discount if it does bring it down. But currently at the moment, it's looking good. We just have to wait for Bitcoin to recover. And another thing with Bitcoin that a lot of people are not paying attention to is the financial data that we have coming into the markets here real soon. So we have a lot of financial data. The PMI, the manufacturing PMI, is coming out today on the 2nd. The job openings is coming out on the 3rd. The PMI services is coming out on the 4th. And then the most important, in my opinion, is if this one will let us click it. Okay. Yeah, this one, the unemployment rate and the non-farm payrolls. I don't really pay attention to that. But the unemployment rate is going to be very, very, very important, Bitcoin is trading currently within this channel. It has very briefly broken out the channel to the upside, almost like how Toshi has very briefly broken out of its uptrend trend line to the downside. So, anyways, if we get rejected here at Bitcoin at 110 to 112K, then we're going to end up seeing 104K coming here soon in Bitcoin. So, what this would look like is us coming up here to 112K at that Fibonacci resistance and then pulling back to 104K. There's a possibility that that could happen. On the 4 hour chart, the MACD is looking bullish on Bitcoin. And on the 4 hour chart, the percent R trend exhaustion is also pretty bullish on Bitcoin, but that could easily be invalidated by short term charts. So when you come over here and look at the 30-minute chart, we are over exhausted and overbought on the percent R trend exhaustion on the 30-minute chart. So you can see here it's overbought. Whenever you see this red bar being formed at the top here, with the lines up here at the top as well on the percent R trend exhaustion, it pretty much shows that the uptrend is exhausted, the buying trend is exhausted, and now what you're seeing here is the same thing that's happening now. So you can see how it just hit the top of that level and then pulled back. The same thing could happen right here. It could pull back, and that's why I'm saying we're targeting 104K. So that is a possibility here, but there's also a possibility of a false breakdown, and we kind of had that here. So we've seen the same bar kind of get thrown up here, and then we've seen it pull back, but then it immediately recovered. So that could also happen as well. You can see the same thing back here with this bar. This one was not a false breakout. This one actually broke down as well. You can see how the percent R trend exhaustion threw up the bars up there, the red bars, and then it pulled back all the way from there. So you definitely want to pay attention to the percent R trend exhaustion. This is a free indicator that you can get on trading view, so definitely check that out. Percent R trend exhaustion by up slide down. I really love it actually. So it's completely free. So yeah, I use the MACD percent R trend exhaustion. Sometimes you use the RSI, sometimes and then I also use Fibonacci's, and then I create my own micro support and resistance areas. Okay, so the macro support and resistance areas are created by the Fibonacci, and then the micro ones are just created by me. That's why I have all these white lines. So, anyways, just kind of breaking down how I do my TA. What we are looking at though is a possible, like I said, breakdown inside of Bitcoin if we get rejected at 112K. So if that happens, you will see Toshi's price drop. And in retrospect, you will also see Hemp's price probably go down a little bit too if people start to sell inside of Hemp. I don't think we're going to get too many people selling. But as you can see, Hemp is paired with Toshi. So definitely pay attention to that. You gotta keep your eye on that. Anyways, moving on from all this stuff, I still think overall Hemp is bullish for the future. Right now in the crypto market and even in the stock market, September is usually a bearish month. So I know a lot of people have been talking about that, but it's true. September is usually bearish. So let things pull back just a little bit. And then from there, we should have good buy-in prices. People are going to be buying in at the bottom. It's going to send prices going to the moon. I'm not gonna lie, Toshi has been beat down completely. Like Toshi has been going down hard. They've been going down hard. But you gotta remember, Toshi is up 467% in the last year. So this pullback was expected. We needed a strong pullback like this, right? Minor comeback or minor step back for a major comeback. I don't know how they say it. Hey, don't blame me. Hey. But look, if Toshi continues to pull back, though, we'll get good discounts here in Toshi, but it's going to take off eventually. So just be patient. Toshi had a really good run. It pulled back. It's one of the best coins on base, one of the top ones on base. I feel like Coinbase themselves even promote it a little bit. So, it's only a matter of time. But yeah, this is all I got for y'all today. Let me know what you think about Hemp on base. If you want it, go ahead and check out Toshi Mart. But anyways, if you want my target price, I'm targeting honestly, I'm targeting about $2 to $4 million in market cap. And I'll tell you why. I've seen a lot of these projects inside of Toshi Mart go to $1 million and then pull back a little bit. People think it's completely done. And then it immediately goes up to like 1.8, goes up to 2, goes up to 3 million. And then I even seen some go up to 4. So it's very possible that we see a huge major pump, because what you got to remember is there's a lot of whales inside of Toshi. There's a lot of people with a lot of money in Toshi. So what happens is these whales, once Toshi's price is like so over exhausted and like Toshi's peaked out, like Toshi's up 400%, right? Like when Toshi hit its peak up here and when it kept going up and hitting its peaks, the whales, they took their money out of Toshi and they threw it into Toshi Mart coins. And then that then sent up Toshi Mart coins and kind of brought down the price of Toshi a little bit. But the Toshi Mart coin started pumping and their money was saved. And then they made more money on that they already made. So they made a bunch of money on Toshi, took that money, put it into these Toshi Mart coins that were at their bottom, pumped it all the way up to the moon, sold them at the top. And then as Toshi's price went down, they sold that and then they put that right back into Toshi at the bottom. So you can see like these whales are printing money and the cycle is about to keep going. And as we see the prices getting lower and lower, we're gonna see a lot of whales buying into Toshi. But then once Toshi pumps, they make a bunch of money off of Toshi. They're going to take some of those gains and they're going to put it into Toshi Mart coins. And then stuff like Hemp is going to benefit from this. So I've been saying this for a while, but yeah, that's exactly how it's going to happen. But anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to the Hemp Army. Shout out to the Hemp crew. All right. Truly based on hemp. Check it out. Hemp. Anyways, this is all I got for you all today. As always, I'll be back with another video.